You know, when you have a brand new show, sometimes you forget to do a couple of things, and one of them was, do we do a theme song? I think I would have. I think I would have. I realized just now. Yeah, I realized just now that I don't have anything to open this show with. So anyway, this is Sunday morning, Waké and Sake and Baké. Oh, well, can we? I mean, we have tunes, right? Do we have tunes? Oh yeah, that is very nice. Is it not?
Wow, it's a very nice.
Good morning. How you doing? There's the back of my head again. We've got the producer Mike Studio shot, and since this show is called Sunday Morning, Waké and Sake and shh in Baké, we have sake. Ladies and gentlemen, got it. You'll see it's partially empty, but trust me, this was a fresh bottle. Oh, actually, I should talk in the microphone. Teapot type of thing, and it heats up on a little unit. In my little cup. I gotta remember the microphone. All right, this is gonna be a problem with the drinking. Pour it all in there, and yeah, we do shots. Waké and sake. And Baké. Oh, good Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't this a wonderful morning? And I would be remiss if I didn't wish all the mothers out there a happy, happy Mother's Day. Especially to my beloved mother. My mom is spending her Mother's Day traveling from the state of Florida all the way up to bloody Maine. Now they're making stops on the way, right? They've got friends, other fellow retirees that are on the way there. You know, I just realized this sake bottle takes up almost the entire friends. They have friends up along the eastern seaboard, and they'll make stops. So so they're not trying to make it in 2 or 3 days or anything like that. Even though my dad probably would prefer to do it that way. In their 80s, okay, it's fucking ridiculous. Pick a house, pick one. So in any case, yeah, they're traveling. This was the week that they decided to do it. I have no idea where they are. I generally try not to check in with them when they make the trip because I'm just so nervous. I know that they're doing it, and it's my dad on a highway. And look, he's a very good driver, as far as I know. I don't drive with the guy often, but he has picked me up at the train station, where they live when I go visit them on Christmas. And the ride home seems to be all right. Anyway, Waké and Sake. We're all awake, so I think the waking part, we've got that. So we'll try to do Sake and Baké. We have chat. We've got live chat going on. I think it works. So we're going to check in with that later. On this particular program, We're going to talk about current events that are happening here on the channel. We'll bring you up to speed there. I know some of you don't, flying fuck, but believe it or not, some folks do, and we will bring you up to speed. We're not going to go deep in. It's not going to be like a deep dive or anything, but yeah, if you want to buckle in, I'm planning to hang out with you guys for at least a couple hours. Maybe I kill this entire bottle. I'll be honest with you. The plan was to just kill a bottle during Waké and Saké and Baké. All right, we'll just kill a bottle during the show. 2 hours, I could easily kill a bottle of wine. And then I ordered my liquor from Total Wine, which of course included the sake order. Apparently, I didn't order the 750 milliliter. I ordered the 1.5 liter, and that's what we have here. This is the 1.5 liter, and yeah, dude, if I drink this whole thing, yeah, come 2 hours from now, which would be about 7 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, hammered. That's hammered. Now, if Jay was doing the show with me, he'd be like, "Ah, dude, Producer Mike, you just keep going. You gotta lean into it. Come on, Producer Mike, let's go 24 hours. Let's do a 24-hour stream." Fuck that. I can't. You have to be in the zone to do this, right? There's been plenty of times where I've legit did not want to do the stream, whatever stream I was doing. It happened with the Jessup show from time to time too, where the hour was approaching and I was like, man, if I could just go to bed right now, I would completely blow this off. Begging for Steve to call me to say, hey, no show because raccoons chewed through the frickin' modem again. But anyway, so I think I cut it off a little bit. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Those of you who I probably call them mother from time to time too, happy Mother's Day to you. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're doing fun things. Those of you who have children that, of course, have grown and have left the house, it's still important for hubby to get mommy a card. Happy Mother's Day. I mean, you're the mother of my children, for Christ's sakes. This is coming from a guy who doesn't have any children that he knows of, therefore has not planted a seed creating a mom of sorts. I have not done that. Haven't really tried. It's not like I'm trying to say, hey, I'm not Tracy Morgan going around trying to get people pregnant all the time. Not my vibe. Wicked expensive. So you put on the jacket, you zip it up, and you take a rip. Oh shit, I might have to get up, folks, and get another cart. Nah, I'll be all right. Shout out 59 Keith, gold bar. All right. What would be fun is to do a little check-in on one of our favorite webcams, right, folks? Let's see what's going on in the elbow room. Yeah. Not a lot. Looks like some staff is showing up, though. We're getting the garbage cans situated. Let's see if I can give you guys a better shot of this. There we go. Yeah, homeboy right there is he's getting the garbage cans set, and I bet he's going to move on to stools at any moment. Is he opening up? Is he opening these doors? Oh, hell yeah, they are. Dude, we totally caught this, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday morning Waké and Saké Baké. Let's do. We've already walking, right? We've already walked. I'm not. Everyone can do a Christopher Walken impression. I can't. I can't do it. Give me maybe a few more sake shots. Somebody remind me in the chat, and I'll try a Christopher Walken. But I'm not good at impressions. I can do it. Jay Morale is pretty good, but I that's about it. Anyway, cheers everyone. Also, yeah, I get it. Waké and Saké. Who gets up first thing in the morning to be drinking? I do not condone this behavior. I'm not a big drinker. I really am not a big drinker. Just went to 0.7 times on you. Right? Yeah. So I'm also retired. And I have no dependents, again, that I'm aware of. So the hour of the day has no significance. I've actually been up since 9 p.m. last night. I went down for a nap, I don't know, around like 3:15 or some shit like that. And yeah, I woke up at 9. And I've been up ever since. But I figured I was doing the show here at 5 a.m. local Pacific time. And wrap up around 7. Cut this puppy up for shorts. That's just throwing it into some software, and then I can shut the computer down. It does it all in the cloud. Cloud has been very, very, very good to me. I do enjoy the cloud services there. Some people have abused the cloud services. I don't know if any of you are content creators or do any video editing of any sort, but there's a company out there called Adobe, and Adobe be some sons of bitches when it comes to their subscription service. Steve, believe it or not, he's actually pretty nifty with video editing, because Adobe apparently is incredibly user friendly, which means, Steve, being the mental capacity that he has, he needs to use a program that is kind of simple to use, and so he's been relatively successful with that. In any case, he he likes Adobe, but the subscription service is just like they will freaking murder you and stuff, like charging you. They're like you can't cancel. It's like the Hotel California, essentially. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. It's a problem. It's a problem. It is a problem. Sunday morning Waké Saké, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by SteveJessup.com, the aforementioned SteveJessup.com. Listen, the best t-shirt, actually I don't know if it's the best t-shirt, but certainly one of the best moments we ever had on the Jessup Show podcast was OG Goodman leaving voicemail messages for us, and I believe he left a total of 3, if I'm not mistaken. One of them was just mostly him watching television. Like he spoke at the beginning, and then there was like 90 seconds of just television. And then he kind of popped in at the end. But anyway, he made a comment. Oh, and also, Steve may have been able to, because Steve speaks drunk, so I think he was able to pick it up right at the beginning. But I could not understand what this guy was saying. And to verify what he was saying, we actually cut the audio from what OG was saying, and we popped it into Google Speech to see if Google could figure out what he was saying. And then we had the transcript out. I gotta find that episode. That was a funny episode. Yeah, but then we just kind of read it back. I think I was in tears. I was in absolute tears when he was reading that back. Anyway, one of the comments he said was, "I'm already tired from drinking till tomorrow." My man OG Goodman's a time traveler. That is some nifty fucking skills right there. And anyway, we slapped that fucker on a t-shirt, along with making some dick moves and sauce 'em and toss 'em. Sauce 'em and toss 'em, I believe that was Doe Days. I think Doe Days threw that one our way. And, yeah, making dick moves. I guess that's pretty obvious. And, of course, Steve puts that one right in the fucking middle. SteveJessup.com, ladies and gentlemen, on the World Wide Web. Make your way over there. Sweatshirts, stickers. They've got, there may be keychains left. I got this nifty golf shirt here. This is probably definitely sold out. I got this early on. Steve actually may have given this one to me, but got shit to do. SteveJessup.com, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go right now. Well, unless you're watching this on your TV, go to on your phone and go. But then if you're not, you know, you can go later. It's fine. All right. So a little bit of action at the Elbow Room. That is cool. Let's see. Let me see what else I have for you folks. Oh, that's right. We are going to talk about a bunch of shit on this program. As a matter of fact, I got my notes. You hear that, Colonel? Do you hear that? I got my notes. I'm bringing my notes up right now, so I can see what I'm doing on today's program. All right, so I gave you an opening, and an opening monologue, if you will. Some may argue I'm still in it, but no, we moved on to the Elbow Room and shit. Well, the week ahead on the channel, we're gonna move into that right now. So you may not know this. I hope you do, but the movement has moved from Tuesday nights. Our last Tuesday night was last week Tuesday, and we're going to be going to Sunday nights. We are now a Sunday night news magazine. It's the Movement PM. The Movement BM. That might be good. So yeah, we're on Sunday nights now, and there's an alternative. Not alternative. There's a motive I have that. Okay, as far as the channel is concerned, there's like a bunch of shit that's happening, right, and a bunch of shit that's not happening, right. If you watch the video that I dropped last week, well, I say last week. I think I dropped it yesterday. What's today? Sunday? Yeah, dropped it yesterday. Technically, I'm right. It was last week. So it was kind of I wanted to put a button on the retreat, albeit probably, maybe, who knows, temporary. The problem I had with the retreat was it wasn't mirroring. That's right. I used the word mirroring the vision for the show. Now, I'm okay with a show evolving. Totally fine with that. But what I need to happen is that it evolves from the original vision. And I never got the original vision. So I wanted you folks to kind of see what the original vision was. And so you saw those production meetings. I apologize for the audio. I honestly didn't think necessarily we were going to be using it for long form broadcast. I knew I would eventually use it for shorts, but that way I could have added some text into it and all that stuff. Not Baké. This is Saké. Wake and sake and bake. Oh, it's a little on the hot side. I have to turn that down. Yeah, hot sake, people. It's where it's at. All right, so the channel. I'm talking about the channel. Sundays, right? So I'm moving the movement to Sundays, Sunday evenings, which is gonna be rough doing. Oh Jesus, you know, I'm just thinking of that now. I'm doing Waké and Sake and Baké in the morning, drinking close to a 750 milliliters of wine, and then expect 12 hours later, 10 hours later ish, to do another show. I mean, like, I'll drink, go through a hangover, get through the hangover, all while awake. Jesus, that's just fucking torture. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to nap. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna nap anyway. Okay. Oh, all right. So that's the plan. So it's 7. Cut the shorts, all that shit. Shut all the, shut the studio down, right? Because I really do. I actually got complimented by a few folks on this camera angle. The only thing that pisses me off is that I'm using a camera for this shot, and I only use it for the beginning of the show. It's like I'd rather use this camera for another shot that I might go to from time to time, like maybe outside, right? I live in a pretty cool area where, like, there's palm trees like right out my door, so I figured I could just throw a camera out there. And well, if people walk by though and they see a camera, I don't want to be the creepy guy in apartment B. What's that? The bitch in apartment B, bitch in apartment C. I think it was an ABC series. In any case, this is a fucking kick-ass shot. All right, so yeah, moving everything to Sundays. I'll have to work out my schedule during the day. Tom B has Perry on a very strict schedule on stream days to make sure that he has plenty of rest. All I need to do is just kind of buckle down, maybe get an Excel spreadsheet out and just kind of write the times in column A and column B, time in, time out. Do it in 30-minute increments for the entire day for Sunday. Just make sure I'm getting hydrated. I knew it was gonna be a big drinking day, so you gotta make sure you stay hydrated. So let's get to the motive. I found that during the week, doing the movement, and then, of course, the movement's at night, I'm not really in the mood to do a whole lot of shit at night. And, there's still shorts need to be cut. And I hope you all enjoyed the shorts that I released last week. We got a lot of views. As far as a movement, this particular movement that we took birthed many, many shorts that folks watched. Got a lot of views. One of them got over 500. I know I'm not reaching Perry Caravel numbers, and we're actually going to contribute to some of his short numbers in a little bit. That's going to be some of the other things that we do. There's one we're going to look at right there. There's another one right there. And there's some backups. There's another one behind each one of those, and we're going to look at those too. So anyway, so we're going to move everything to Sunday. What I'm trying to do is literally do all of my streaming on one day. Sundays. So we're doing the movement in the evenings. We're going to be doing this show for the not so distant future, I guess, until I get tired of it, I guess. I mean, remember I did a show called Just Can't Sleep with Producer Mike? You're going to see a lot of similarities between that show and this show. Um, I wouldn't say I necessarily just copied the show and rebranded it because I'm doing a lot of drinking and it's morning drinking. Morning drinking is interesting, right? You know, everybody evening drinks. Not everybody morning drinks. People with I get it. People are screaming. They're screaming right now at the screen. Dude, people with problems drink in the morning. Rewind the video to the beginning. And get my all right. So that's the motive. I'm trying to get everything in one day, and then I have the rest of the week off to fuck around. I mean, I'm retired. I'm a retiree. I should be enjoying the fruits of my labor, which it's not a lot of fruit, but it was enough fruit. I got some nuts in the basket. We're good for the winter, and you know, everything should work out. I'm really hoping one of my friends wins the lottery. Or one of y'all. One of y'all who just win the lottery. Like, I'm not talking you played like the daily numbers and you won 50 grand or even 100 grand. Keep it. You need it. Take care of yourself. Retire early. Get there. But if you win millions and millions of dollars, the QR code is actually right there. All right, I got to remember the cameras are backwards. Actually, if you're a recent $1 million winner in the lottery, big time, right there. $25,000 is really all the channel is looking for. To get what we really, really need going. First of all, I want to pay Jay. If we got a $25,000 super chat or a super tip, I would take $5 grand of that, immediately give it to Jay, because Jay's legit has done $5,000 worth of work. The hour or two that he spends per week on this show has been really been special. Oh, thanks, Producer Mag. Yeah, Jay's a godsend. Jay has really stepped up, and he has really become an all-star on the movement. Yeah, just thinking about it just makes me all verklempt. So, anyway, speaking of being verklempt, why don't we hit another sake? Cheers, everybody. If you did choose to drink this morning, good for you. I'm assuming a lot of you have gone to some sort of Sunday brunch or will be going to a Sunday brunch. Some of you are probably thinking about it. But mimosas in the morning. Fuck yeah, on Mother's Day? Are you kidding me? I used to be a DJ years and years and years ago. Did weddings, bar mitzvahs, all sorts of shit. Parties, private party, just all this, birthdays, all this shit. Proms, did a couple of proms. The one of the events I did was a Mother's Day brunch at a restaurant called the Avon Farms Hotel, which I believe is in Farmington. But believe it or not, Avon's right next to Farmington, so it's okay. Anyway, Avon Old Farms Hotel, all they wanted me to do is play like Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, that kind of vibe. And they had a little dance floor there so the moms could dance with, their sons and daughters. That's really what it was. There was husbands getting in there too, but like, oh, it's Mother's Day, dance with your mom. So there was a lot of that. I don't know, I forget why I'm telling you this story, but Avon Old Farms, Mother's Day. Let's just drink some more. That's gonna be my punishment. If I ever forget what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna go straight and drink. No, I'm gonna drink this sake. All right. Oh, yeah, I had my list up. Where's my list? This week on the channel, live cams. We looked at it. Yeah, we're looking at it right now. Oh, there actually is another one. Okay, so yeah, I was always aware. No, that's not what I want. All right, screw it. We're gonna leave it just the way it is. There's another bar, and we have brought them up from time to time, but I've always been muted. I always when I bring up the webcams, the live webcams, I immediately hit mute because I don't want any stray audio coming in that I'm not aware of when I'm setting everything up. I may want the audio that particular channel is giving that I bring up, but I'll make that determination on a different step that's later down the line. So we have the hog breath. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to my main shot. Let's go to my main shot. And now give you camera 4. There we go. Oh, look at that. We got a guy there too. Is he doing stools like the guy at the elbow? No. Well, he still needs to do stools. Oh, anyway, so yeah, this is the hog breath in Key West, and the band stage is to the right there. That's the little setup they got there. They have audio when the band is playing. And I'm like, wow, all right, that could be a party. That could be something. So Jay and I will look into that for the movement later on tonight. We might be getting live music from the Hog's Breath because it's the time of the year where it's it's straight up party time in Florida. I mean, the weather's probably not getting too humid yet, at least in some parts. Key West, it might be humid. I think it might be humid all year there. But yeah, so good times. All right, let me bring my my notes back up. Where are we? Live cams. All right, so we did live cams. The Hog's Breath. Good times. I'm gonna get some hot. I'm gonna get high some more. Let's do that. And Baké. Some of you may be thinking, like, well, why are you doing all that shit, Producer Mike? You got the E on all the words. Sake is the only one that's appropriately spelled. And it's an accepted spelling. There's an accepted spelling in the United States, probably the only place where you can just do without the accent on the E. But from what I read on it, the reason why they put the accent on it was to differentiate from the United States version. At least in the United States, right? It's like nobody in Europe gives a fuck what the hell is happening in the United States. Nobody in Asia gives a shit. No one gives a shit. So put a little mark over the E. Put a period over your I, or don't put a period over your I. Cross your T or don't. Fuck off. All right. So anyway, I was trying to be clever. So it's a Sunday morning. If you were just going to read it right, it'd be Sunday morning, Waké Saké, shh, and bake. All right, so we all know, we all get it, right? Crawl faced, we all get it. You don't have to correct us. So I thought that if YouTube might give us problems of doing wake and bakes, because this is a Sunday morning wake and bake for sure. But I am a big sake fan, and wow, look at that. They're spelled the same. So you guys get it. I'm actually sweating a little bit. Why isn't this... I got a fan here next to me, and I'm feeling no air. No air. Not hot at all.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Fucking sucks. All right. My notes. All right, so we talked about the live cams. Done with the live cams. The next topic I have... Oh, and I am going to work on transitions. Like, you know, so live cams. Oh, we're going to go to live cams. Da-da-da-da-da. We're going to do it. We're going to watch the live cams. Bum, ba, 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 ba. I actually want to have some of that shit in there. But I forgot an opening theme song for this show. So, God knows I didn't have segment fucking themes. Let's do some more sake on this Waké and Baké. Cheers, everybody. Happy Mother's Day once again. I'm almost afraid to look, but let's just take a peek and see if anyone's watching. Just be one person. If just one person is watching... Oh, I've had 2 views. Average view duration 7 seconds. And it's telling me that 1,305 people are watching. So thank you, everybody. If some of you are mothers, happy Mother's Day. And hope you're enjoying Waké Saké and shhhh. Baké. Good God. Good God. All right. Next topic. We are... we're almost a month and a half deep with the Wild Western being completed. The movie that yours truly appears in, gets murdered in by the lead of the film, Mr. Perry Caravello, the #1 streamer, #1 entertainer online, and probably the 3,748th ranked actor on IMDb, unfortunately. I mean, 1 in podcasting, 1 on online entertainment. I mean, brilliant. And then being so far down on the one that he probably really cares about. Really sucks. But where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so Wild Western. So it's interesting that actually I shouldn't say that. The movie itself was originally intended to be premiered in Austin. Now that just means that the producers wanted to work out a deal with some local art house, theater house that can do films and all that shit, and do it that way, right? Just do it that way. At least that was my understanding. I am not a producer of movies, of anything really. I mean, I digress. Walked right into that one. So I'm not a producer of films, so I don't know how this works, where you have to go to like movie houses and book all that shit, and, you know, and whatever. Anyway, the last I had heard about the Wild Western was that they were going to be shopping it around to film festivals. Now, yeah, great call. I mean, I didn't really think about it, but makes complete sense. Yeah, there's music festival or film festivals all over the place, why not pick a few that you'd like to travel to and see if you can get your film accepted there to be screened. Since they originally wanted to have it in Austin, I went on the internet and just said, all right, well, does Austin even have a film festival? I knew that Austin has an art community. That I've known for many years. I had a friend who used to live in Austin, and yeah, artsy fartsy neighborhood he lived in. So I've always had that impression of the fact that it's been, it's some, you might run into a painter every other person you run into on the sidewalk. So I went online, and it turns out the Austin Film Festival is at the end of October, first week of November, like right in that time frame. So I'm going to, hey, listen, hey, going live, right? We are still live. I don't have sober dicks. I don't know why I keep doing that. We are live. So I'm going to say this, and I won't delete this video unless I see the C. I might say the C word because I have been drinking. Why don't I have a drink? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. What time is it on the East Coast? 8:41. Most mothers, I hope, haven't even got out of bed yet. Right? Because brunch happens like around 9:30. I guess you could find a brunch that probably opens at 9:30. Still majorly hot. Wild Western. That's what I was talking about, right? So, yeah. Austin. So maybe write that around there. And if any of y'all, giddy up, would like to travel to where the premiere of the film ends up being, or whenever they do the hubbub for it, we'll make that. We'll share those details. I'm sure there's going to be some fan packages. You know how in concerts, right? So let's say, let me use a real world example. I saw Yes with Asia and the Crazy World of Arthur Brown, and the Greg Lake Band? I think it was the Greg Lake Band. So it was a total prog rock thing, right? It was in Clearwater, Florida. When I was living in Tampa, I bought a really good ticket for that show, and saw Yes, saw Asia. I knew Greg Lake Band. I didn't even know Greg Lake had a band. I knew of Greg Lake, and I knew of Arthur Brown. And Arthur Brown, I knew one song. Like, Arthur Brown was like a 60s dude, and then I guess 70s stuff. I think he spattered an early 80s something, but then gone. And dude, he comes out, oh, wow, old. This guy was tall and old. And he played his hit and some other songs, and he was entertaining. I enjoyed myself. Listen, I was by myself, right? Even now I find myself, if I go to events with friends, there's always a hassle that ends up eating away at my cerebral cortex, and I feel violated. Anxiety is a rough bitch. It really is. So anyway, getting back to my point, I can't believe I even still know what point I'm on. So you go to a concert like that, but you want to get a VIP ticket. Now, if you go to a show like that, there's Yes and there's Asia. Both of them have a significant following, and both of them offered a VIP. You have to select which one Like if you're an Asia fan, you buy the Asia VIP, and who knows, maybe you could get a picture with the band or some shit. And if you go the Yes route, you get the Yes shit. Right? So, this is where I forgot what I was talking about. Is there any sake left? Yeah, sure is. Had something to do with the Wild Western, I'm sure. Oh, that's it. Now I don't understand the analogy. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. So the Wild Western, they'll offer some sort of package, and it may involve just a movie ticket. Fly your ass there yourself. Get your own hotel, buy your own food. Would be great though if there was a VIP package that they offered and just said, hey, we blocked off a bunch of rooms at this place. I'm getting too far in the weeds. Wild Western, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming. I really think it's going to be this year. It's going to be this fall. And we'll see what happens. And then, of course, Slasquatch. I was in that one. I'm not expecting that. Minimum next year. I'm sure he's not even done with it. I'm sure he's working on, the whole crew over there, the whole back office of the Wild Western, making sure they've got stuff scheduled, and, things of that nature. All right, let's engage the chat. See, I gotta get that for the movement too, because we go to the chat. It might get Jay's ass in gear a little bit, because Jay likes to, Jay likes to say shit that immediately comes to his head, and then doesn't realize that he's totally tanking the production of the program. All right. So yeah, folks, if you have anything you want to ask the show, or I'm pretty sure I've answered all your questions. There shouldn't be any questions in the chat whatsoever. It should be just sex and candy. All right, Jay Morales Unbound. I don't know what those are. Sunglasses. Jay can't see very good. Well, he wears sunglasses on the show, on the movement, quite a bit. And I watched Unbound. Jay Morales Unbound. You can catch that on. I think he said he's changed it to Mondays and Fridays. I think he said Mondays and Fridays. And I am happy to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that his co-host Revelation has finally gotten himself a webcam. You guys can actually see what that motherfucker looks like now. So that's incredibly exciting. Jay Morales Unbound. You can catch it on Mondays and Fridays. It'll start anywhere between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. I know that's a big window, but it's a great show. It's a fantastic program. It's worth the wait. I like it when he schedules the show and then you're there, and then it says waiting for Unbound, and then you give up, so you go back to the other screen and you see that he's changed the time to 15 minutes ahead. So then you go back to, you hit it again, and then it says, all right, 14 minutes. And then it says waiting for Unbound. And then it's still nothing happening, and you give up, and you go back, and now he's pushed it an hour. That is my favorite. I mean, it's part of the show. It's part of the fun. So now, you could, I don't think he restricts the chat. So you can go into the chat and go, just light them up. Like, I don't know why I don't do it. I should just light up the Unbound. You know what, everybody? Let's light up Unbound. What's today? Sunday. On Monday. Shh. No one tell shh and Baké. And Baké. But shh, don't tell Jay. We're gonna light him up on his show, so we'll like chat bomb him. What's that called? What's it called when you are in one stream and you're live and you tell everyone to go over to another stream and just start raid? It's a raid. Chat raid. So do that for Unbound. All right. The sunglasses. LB sickening. Ugh. Dude, see, as far as the Jessup show is concerned, right, and everybody who's, contributed and was involved, you had folks that were there like almost every week, and you had folks that were, there incredibly infrequently, like to the point where I forget that they were there once before. I had that. I actually went through that with Ryan. Remember Ryan? Everybody. Some of you know I'm gonna do it right now. But yeah, Ryan. Ooh, what a dick this guy turned out to be. Anyway, he was like an early contributor of the show, and then we didn't see him for a while, and he came back, and I forgot about him. Like, I just forgot. And then I was reminded that, he was here once before, and then it was probably him reminding us. And then he told he was in jail. He went to prison. Can't call into the #1 rated podcast that majority of the time spends its podcast talking with the fans. And that's true. I'm not making that shit up. So Ryan was not be able to contact the show at all while he was being incarcerated. I'm imagining for some sort of an assault. Again, allegedly. He was violent with his words to me and Steve. And he was violent with his words on email, because I got emails from him for a little bit after that were pretty fucked up. Yeah. And mind you, we gave him his own special show. We gave Ryan his own special show. And that's how he repaid us. I almost quit the biz, ladies and gentlemen, after that. Almost quit the fucking biz. Anyway, fuck that guy. Alright. Is that everybody? LB Sickening said hi. Jake Morella said sup. Actually, I'm sure he said sup. I'm sure he said it like that. Now that's an ad. Tell me it isn't. Must be Unbound. Must be Unbound. Yeah, I remember that. Raid. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. See, this is why I've hired you as the dude on the movement. Good old Ryan. Yeah, Ryan can kiss my ass. He is I'm actually doing something right now that Steve doesn't want me to do, because Steve literally said, I don't even want you to mention that motherfucker's name. but I'm banking on. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Steve's on the road. He says he gets notifications when I go live, but I don't think he watches it all the way through. I mean, the fact that you guys are here, you guys are the only. I'm gonna think it's like 2 people. I'm not looking again because it was depressing. But again, this is a new show. Inaugural. It's the inaugural show. Our country is 250 years old on July the 4th. On that day, this show will be 2 months old. 2.50 months old. Probably not. I don't know. All right. Oh yeah, let me go back to the. Oh, the chat. Oh no, I finished the chat. I'll go back. I'll go back to the chat. If you guys can send some new shit in, I'll get back to it. I see that some new shit came in, but I'll get there. All right, let me go back to my list again, Colonel. If we bring the retreat back, you need to have a list written out. I've got my list. It's up on my screen. Actually, you need a screen. You need a fucking screen. That was actually my favorite part of the video that I dropped on Saturday. Is that the Colonel at the beginning said that he had loaned his computer out, and then it ends up being, oh no, he's never getting it back because the guy he loaned it to is currently incarcerated for meth possession, and I guess he never supplied the Colonel with a key to his apartment. You know, I might get to it. I didn't have it planned for today, but there may be time. Oh man, look at that! We're almost at the top of the hour. Look at that. We got an hour left. The Colonel is like sent me texts like I mean, it reads like hieroglyphics. Should have rehearsed this beforehand. But I tell you what, I could just read it out. Maybe there's a T-shirt in there somewhere. But since the retreat has been canceled, there's been some pretty interesting things. It actually reads. Actually, what I should do is just publish it. I should grab the shit and publish it. You know, not unlike Eerily Jones. Oh, I should do that. Eerily Jones and the Lost in the Woods publication, which is nothing short of fabulous, ladies and gentlemen. Amazon.com is where you can find this wonderful book. It's got stories about... All right, well, I'm not going to lie. It's got stories about dudes basically getting their ass kicked in sometimes Saw movie fashion. It's some of it's rough. Eerily Jones, Lost in the Woods. Yeah. Good times. Available on Amazon. www.amazon.com. Maybe I should start singing some stuff. Crawlfaced and I had a conversation the other day, and we're talking about some AI stuff. And we want to start making some AI stuff. Now, you know, Crawlface wants to partner up with me. Listen, I say that not to diss Crawlface. Crawlface actually wants to team up with some other collaborators as well. But I don't see Crawlface doing anything solo. He's interested in the collaboration. And some artists are like that. Some creators are like that. Like, for instance, I'm a creator who basically likes to do it on his own. Like, at least the development portion I like to do on my own. And then I'd like to bring in folks to, kind of, bring the vision to reality. Crawlface is kind of the opposite. I think he likes to do... He likes to think up ideas, let somebody else know about it, let them develop it, and then hire Crawlface in as, talent for that particular project, and then take 100% credit for all of it. I think that's pretty close. Well, I mean, he won't take 100% credit. He'll just, hey, thanks everybody for helping me bring this to, stage and screen. When, he'll be lucky to get associate producer. Lucky, if it makes it on where, if it makes it to some sort of project where you actually roll credits, you could maybe give him original concept devised by. That's Crawlface. So anyway, no idea what I'm talking about. A lot of podcasters I've noticed, they can digress and interject. I need to get my notepad over here. I will drink for it, but folks, I do have to up the sake teacup or something. We'll call this fucking thing. You guys can't necessarily see it on this particular angle, but if I move over to that shot, see it a little bit, I think. LB Sickening! Is this how you pour your cocktails when you go live? I need some pointers, man. Wheelchair Rick has just way better camera angles. I know that's how he does it. But I gotta actually look into that motherfucker. Is the Wheelhouse open? Has anybody watched that? Has anyone looked into Wheelchair Rick? He needs to get another show live out of the Wheelhouse. That was some entertaining stuff. Rough and Rowdy, or Rip and Rowdy, Rick and Rowdy. Cheers! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hey, happy Mother's Day to Phoenix's mom. I've been drinking. I know it starts with a D. Denise. No. Phoenix. Snicks. Denise? Not Denise. Happy Mother's Day to Phoenix's mom. Phoenix's mom's not up. It's 6:03 Pacific time. Sleeping in on Mom's Day, especially being she's Phoenix's mom. I mean, please sleep in, right? All right. Oh yeah, let's go back to my list. See, I don't have to go to a list on the movement because we've got an hour and we've got it pretty structured. I do my opening monologue, I bring in Jay and I bullshit for a little bit, and now we've got Stella as a co-host. Stella's the best, isn't she, everybody? Thanks again for the shorts. All the views on the shorts that you gave us. Fucking fabulous. Especially that 500 one. Oh, I did notice, though, if we talk about poop with her, or cannabis with her, yeah, YouTube fucking shuts that shit down. So yeah, Jay, if you're still with us, we're gonna ease up on the poop talk and the pot talk with her. What we're gonna do is just ask her questions while we smoke pot. Like maybe it'll be a question where I go, "Hey Stella, so you said something about a checklist when you're in emergency." What's the fifth thing on your checklist? Oh, good God. Whew. All right. Weekend review. Lance Man, Lost in the Woods. Talk about that. All right. Well, let me bring up a topic then. Let's talk about the retreat. The retreat is, as it's listed in the ledgers here at corporate, it's indefinitely suspended. Of course, it's intellectual property that is owned by the Jessup Show podcast. And I still have high hopes that it will come back in the fashion that I originally intended. But unfortunately, what I may have to do is make some replacements on the show. I thought it was a perfect fit for the Colonel, but now I'm thinking possibly, and again, this is going to take months. It took me months to develop the original concept. It's going to take me months to do, a second go at it. So my initial thought is that we possibly bring in Robert. Now, Robert from the Tent Gang is a military veteran. He's got a DD-214 to prove it. We have him host the retreat. Bring JP8 back in. The fans really like JP8. They thought he didn't talk enough because he likes to read his screen, and then I literally tell the audience, "Oh, wait a second," and then we wait a second, but you can't wait a second. But believe it or not, they love him, and so we want to bring him back. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing the retreat. I got to do another theme song now, but it'll star Robert, and Robert will be the guy. I'm sure Robert won't forget to do his opening monologue. Though you folks out there, if you saw the last episode of the retreat, you'll notice that the Colonel didn't even do a monologue. Just said, "Hey, I got a co-host. His name is JPA. Hey, what's up, buddy?" And then brought in JP8. You see, because can you imagine if Johnny Carson came out from behind the curtains and then stood there, right? Because he's there to do his monologue, but then turned and introduced Ed McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed McMahon. And now he's talking with Ed. No, dude, you should be talking to the audience. I got the hiccups. I'm sorry, everybody. I actually have absolutely... Oh, gosh. No idea.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Sake shot. Oh, but this is might not be hot enough. It's warm, but it is not hot. All right. I don't know what I was talking about. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Oh, no, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about, okay, yeah, the retreat. The retreat. So yeah. So I think it may come back. I just, I need to, go back to the drawing board a little bit on some of this stuff, and then we'll see about Robert and JPA coming into possibly hosting the retreat, or the alternative is, like I said, I own the IP, the intellectual property of the retreat. So what I could do is just sell it to the Colonel. The current price for the retreat. God damn it! I would rather get rid of the hiccups. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, and I'll sell it to the first person who fucking offers it up. But to buy the intellectual property of the retreat is $450. Oh fuck it, $420. We'll drop it $30 right now. One-time price drop. Ooh. So yeah. So sell it to the Colonel for $420, and then he can take the retreat. I can't use it anymore because he owns it. And then he can make the show any way he wants it. Maybe the way it already is. Or was in its previous form. Before it was suspended. Maybe he likes that. So I will continue to do that. And then I'm not going to give him the 5 p.m. slot. I'm going to give him the midnight Tuesday. Tuesdays at midnight that's the slot he's going to get. Because that's what its current form deserves. But what are you going to do? All right, a little bit of Baké, right? Let's do some Baké. Cheers, everybody. Shit. Oh. Okay. Oh, I guess it would be inappropriate to put a movie on right now, because that's usually... Jesus. It's quality streaming like that, ladies and gentlemen, that we like to bring you consistently here at the Jessup Show podcast legacy channel. That fucking cough session did not get rid of my hiccups. What the fuck? Cool. All right. Mentioned it before. We're going to read a poem from Eerily Jones. We're lost in the woods and stuff. There's the big picture of it. All right. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna thumb through it. If I land on a poem that's like 2 pages long, most of them are just like 1 page. What I'm looking for is like a half page, or better yet, like something like 4 sentences. It's just I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read all these the small text here because I've been drinking and my eyesight isn't so good to begin with. Sake. Shit. That's why we put a towel down. I literally poured sake instead of into the cup. I poured it on the bottle. That's whatever. Hey, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Let me see if I can remember some moms' names out there of people that I know. Nope. I know my mom's name. All right, that friend's mom's dead, but I know her name. I'm trying to think of alive people. Fuck. I'm thinking of my good friends, and I'm trying to think of their mom's names, and I don't remember anyone's name anymore. How embarrassing. Eerily Jones, Lost in the Woods. Not unlike my brain. All right. The Last Dance. I just scrolled through and I landed on The Last Dance. I have no idea what this poem's about. This could be disgusting. She did one where I think a period was involved or something, allegedly. Anyway, shout out Eerily Jones. The Last Dance. I still recall our very first dance. Beguiled by your style. Our bodies movements wild. In nearly perfect synchronicity. I know what you're thinking. Keeping up. I watched entranced. Okay, now it's getting kinky. Seems it was my fate to trip and fall. Praying you save the last dance for me. I think that's about banging animals. Eerily Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Amazon.com. It was on the bestsellers list, but it was way down there. Like way down there. Like below where the New York Times even considers it on the list. But it's on the list. It's on the Amazon bestseller list. It's on it. You can go there, go to Amazon.com, click on the book, and it'll give you the number it's at. I've never looked it up, but I'm going to guess it's like, I don't know, 8,711. Eerily Jones. All right, let me bring the list back up. So that was Lost in the Woods poetry read. Engage the chat again. I have. That is gonna be awesome because we've got more messages. Raid, good old Ryan. I thought he was your buddy. Jay, don't be a fucking. Don't be weird. Yeah, you're giving him clout. He's not watching this. As a matter of fact, look, in order to watch this or get notified about it, he has to have another account because we banned him. America 250, fuck yeah! Celebrating 1 year of the movement coming soon. Yeah, you can catch the celebration of the movement on. Let's see. The movement started March, April. I want to say the beginning of May, end of April. Might have started on 420? No, it was after that. Anyway, Jay has those details, and the big celebration will be, I think, I'm not. I believe it's going to be not the Monday because the show itself is on Mondays and Fridays. But anyway, the celebration for the movement's 1-year anniversary will be on Jay Morales Unbound. Jay will have exciting guests. I believe he has secured Crawlfaced. Crawlfaced, if you big fans out there, he was the original co-host of the movement, and Jay was his replacement. But I think Jay reached out to him and has Crawlfaced will be on there. Ruth Buzzy, Nipsey Russell, Soupy Sales, and Jeff Ross, all on Jay Morales Unbound, the movement 1-year anniversary. It's gonna be exciting. I personally can't wait. Anyway, back to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let's go to celebrate 1 year of the movement coming soon. The retreat has been retreated. Yeah, it has a little bit. We'll get there. Maybe. Like I said, I'd rather just sell it to the Colonel. 420 bucks. I don't think is a big price. I mean, shitty shows on other crappy networks go for $1,000 just because they like the name. My concept even goes beyond that. Clever name, clever concept. The Colonel was a name given to him by this channel, not by me personally, but by the channel. And so we basically own everything about his persona. I think him paying $420 for it is reasonable. All right. Retreat's been retarded. Unbound debuted a new song intro and outro on Friday. Jay, it looks like that's all you do as far as prep for the show. It's like, yeah, I'm going to just come up with new tunes. I'm kidding, of course. No, the tunes rock. I actually dug that reggae tune you had come up with the other day. I think maybe it was 2 shows ago, but yeah, good times. Notepad sticky notes from Jay Morales. Are these all from Jay Morales? Crawlface is in now. All right, beautiful. All right, Crawlface. Jay says, shout out to Airly Jones. Of course, Crawlface wants to wish a happy Mother's Day to you motherfuckers. That's from Crawlface. Happy Mother's Day to you, Mike. I'm a mother, for sure. I try to mother you guys, but you guys don't fucking listen to me. Like Kurt. If the Colonel would just accept me as his mom. His podcast mom. I don't want to disrespect the General. Don't want to disrespect the General. But if the Colonel would just accept me as his mom, I could give him a good show. It would have rocked. Would have rocked. Show was great. Everything I come up with in my head was great. God, that made me so mad. All right. Crawlface. Crawlface has not been asked yet. Crawlface has not been asked yet. Yeah, if you guys don't use brackets, especially on these drinking shows, you got to use brackets. Got to give me the topic. Jay says we'll talk about it. no brackets. Jay Morales says crawl face, no brackets. Jay Morales says 420. Nah. Well, Jay, you don't. I'm not selling it to you. I don't think you have any need for the intellectual property of the retreat, unless you think you can get more money out of the Colonel. I'll sell it to you for 420 right now. And if you think you can get 500 out of the Colonel, you make $80. Jay Morales, what about JP8? He should get his own show, something similar to the retreat. Yeah, I think JP8. I want to keep JP8 on board, and I think Robert, just have a straight up replacement of the Colonel with Robert, and see how that goes. Crawlface, you sir are no general. I think he's talking to you, Jay. Jay Morales. Oh, by the way, Unbound is available in audio on all podcast platforms. That includes Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Premium, Jay Morales says 420 isn't bad for the price for the Colonel. Yeah, that's kind of fucking what I thought. I actually, let me go to the shot. I want to go. I think now that the elbow room is open, let's go to the big shot there. But yeah, I think 420 is a good price. We've Jay, you and I've got we've got the PayPal account, which is just, it's just, we got money sitting there. It's just not enough to spend it on anything yet. But yeah, we'll see what's what. We'll see what's what, bro. Maybe look, the Colonel's liquid. I wouldn't say. No, I will. I think the Colonel's probably got as much money as Crawlface does. So the Colonel's got money to spend. The Colonel has disposable income. That's what I want to get at. Maybe they don't have the same income, but they have the same disposable income. They have the same disposable income. So, there may be some options there. All right. What's the next thing on my list? We went cooking segment. Y'all want me to cook something? I mean, I am hungry. I don't know what I could cook, though. You gotta understand, folks, it's 6:30 in the morning here. I mean, I can make a couple of hot dogs. You know what? All right, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'll think about doing. Over the next 30 minutes, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll prep a cooking segment for next week. I honestly didn't consider that for this week. It's not going to happen. Live cams. We're up on one right now. What's happening in the... Oh! Well, bartender showed up at the Hog's Breath. All the stools got down, but we missed it. All right, what else? Live cams, game chat, close. All right, so yeah, I got through everything. The only thing I have not gotten through, ladies and gentlemen, is a full. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do a full bottle of sake here. This is. Again, folks, 1.5 liters. I haven't done that since my 30s. Good stuff. All right. So, I know the Colonel isn't watching because the Colonel usually Like, oh, you know what I'll do? I got a lot of messages from the Colonel since the show stopped. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to when the show ended. All right. So we did the last episode. I released that piece of shit. And I'm actually still considering just taking it down because it's a fucking ridiculously terrible episode. I mean, not even as good as. All right. So let me actually. I'll start from the very beginning when I told the Colonel, okay, that we're going to suspend his show. Okay. So I would like to read to you what I wrote to him, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So this is me. This is me talking. I'm gonna take a. I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt the middle of this. You know, well, fuck it. I don't want to interrupt the Colonel. I guess I'll interrupt me. Fuck me. My man, the Colonel. After careful review of the viewership data and the audience feedback, it is clear that the retreat in its current form is stale and is not gaining the traction needed to continue at this time. As the producer, I take full responsibility for this outcome, and I do. I really, truly do. During our pre-production meetings, as you guys saw on Saturday's video drop, I detailed a clear and ambitious original vision for the series. Unfortunately, that vision was not translated effectively, and that failure is mine. I feel depressed about it. I hope this suspension is not the end of the retreat, only a necessary one. We need to take considerable time to retool the program from ground up, and give it the best opportunity to succeed. I am committed to going back to the drawing board and reimagining the format, structure, and approach so it has the chance to resonate with audiences. I hope to bring the program back later this year once that work is complete. In the meantime, my focus must shift to other programs currently in development that require my attention. With limited time available, I cannot give the retreat the intensive overhaul it needs in the short term without compromising these projects. Yeah, I just wanted to plan this shit. I wanted to be able to write my Word document out on all the crap I'm going to talk to you fine folks today about. Couldn't do it if I was still doing the retreat. Okay. The Colonel responded with one single word. At least on the immediacy. Concur. So he agreed with what I had said. Concur. He concurs with my memo. Then the video dropped of our pre-production calls, and then a little bit of post-production on one show and some shorts that I dropped. Please go back and watch it on what I had dropped on Saturday. You'll get an idea. Again, I apologize for the audio issues. But anyway, about 20 minutes after that show, that video dropped, I got the following from the Colonel. You motherfucker. And here, I was going to give you a pass. What the hell do you want me to do? Disappear from this? You bogarted something I wasn't privy to. I asked 3 questions over last winter, and you say to all blew up your phone. Then you partnered me up with someone I do not know. Can you imagine what this fucking horror show would have been if the Colonel just did it by himself? Right? I mean, at least Jeff was there to fucking try to scope it in. What are you gonna do? And how, then you partnered me up with someone I did not know. And how the hell can I go off him just all because he's your boy? You weren't supposed to go off him, Colonel. He was supposed to go off you. And you offered nothing. There was nothing for him to go off of because you didn't follow the script that we had discussed. I'm interrupting the Colonel. Let me just read this through. I'm being Perry Caravello right now, interrupting my own self. You bitched about audio from me. Both Jay and Jeff had audio problems, so it was not us. The biggest thing I have heard is Mike needs to shut up. So do you want to be an actor or a producer? Then and now you want to use studio time as clickbait to ruin me. With only 5 views and half of 1 view is from me. You are showing nothing to the world except pettiness. I knew you were forced to ask me about a show because some people wanted to see how it worked. And from the get-go, you have done nothing but an asshole. And this certainly puts the candles in it. So candles end up in assholes. Okay. And while you're at it, you never did resurface the short you did for me that caught 1,800 views in a day. Not days, more than any other bullshits combined. Oh, I'd love to see the data on that. You never believed in this gig. Never believed in this gig? I never believed in the show. I literally created the show. It's my show. I own the show, and I never believed in it. Jesus bloody hell. I busted balls to see if you would fight for it with me when you built me enough. Dude, you didn't understand the fact that I wasn't supposed to be speaking on the fucking show at all. Zero talking on the show. You did not? Ugh. Okay. And now this. What happened to the cat that said to me on the tug, if anyone else can, I know you can? I still think you can, Colonel. You just didn't fucking listen to me. You decided to do everything on your own. You didn't listen to your boss. You didn't follow the chain of command. And you wanted to do it by yourself and do the things you wanted to. You came into your brain and just do it. Come into your brain. I actually thought that might have been the Colonel. It was Crawlface. And Crawlface is in the chat. You guys saw it, right? He sees that there's a live broadcast happening. Jesus Christ. All right, let me just go back to this then, I guess. Busted balls, yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay. What happened to the cat that said to me on the cruise, "If anyone else can, I know you can." And the fourth funniest person. Who's the fourth funniest person, Colonel? I need a drink. All right. Thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. Oh, you're welcome, Colonel. Signed, Joshua M. Linson, a.k.a. the Colonel. Talent, the guy whose cousin is a travel agent. Oh, shout out Ashley. Ashley is a kick-ass travel agent. Forget the name of it, but I'll look that up. As a matter of fact, I think I'm actually going to give her free advertising because Ashley, Colonel's travel agent cousin, is a wonderful person. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to call Ashley next week and see if she wants to replace the Colonel as the host of the retreat, because she's in the Air Force, so that'll work. Combat veteran, first place in the smartass world. Yeah. Champion 29 times all-time, MVP for usage of the world. Fuck. Good times. He then responded again, this is not in the spirit of Steve Jessup, and I'm sure he would not want to see his brand represented in this fashion either. Since I've been repping him hard and gained us some subs. Colonel, you're taking credit for subs that we've gained? Okay. 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 By the way, do you know how to make a homemade gravity bong, and is it worth the trouble? Buy a gravity bong, Colonel. Colonel, I love you, buddy. I fucking love you. I love your enormously lopsided tits. Everything about you, dude, is spot on great. You just need to fucking figure out how to stay in your lane. And if you would just listen. Listen, we already know Perry Caravello can't listen to his staff, and then that's the bit. Dude, I need you to listen to me. I had to cancel your show because you didn't listen to me. Perry Caravello doesn't listen to Tom B. Show continues. This show is the opposite. Talent needs to listen to the producer, producer-director, you know, got an awesome soul patch going here. And folks, let me talk about this soul patch. Now, I mentioned the Wild Western, right? The Wild Western's coming up. Hopefully this fall. I seem to believe that that it'll be at the film festival in Austin. I don't see why they wouldn't use that as an opportunity to get the film out there. Why am I talking about this? Fuck. Shit! I do this all the fucking time. Well, Western at this time. Fucking wait, fuck it. Let's just drink, everybody. Cheers. Oh, God. Yeah, right? Alright, is it 7? Alright, I got 15. I promised you guys 2 hours, so I'm going to give you another 15 minutes. Was it Crawlface who asked me a question or something? It seems to me that there was somebody asked me a question. Oh, there you go. Let's go to the fucking chat. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's like, look, if you run out of shit to talk about, just go to the chat. That's what it's there for. Fuck yeah. All right. Oh shit, you guys have been active here. All right. 420 now. How about JP? JP get a show. You are the Colonel. Unbound, available on all podcast platforms. Yes. Jay Morales said 420 isn't bad for the price for the Colonel. Damn straight. Pandora. Hell yeah. iHeartRadio. Fuck yeah. Tune in. Not familiar with that one. Sirius XM. Jay Morales is on Sirius XM, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. This show isn't on Sirius XM, but Jay Morales is. Jay, where are you getting all the cash to get the fucking all this shit on all this stuff? What's the story on Meth Head Guy? Yeah! See? That would have been a great Colonel story for the show. Yeah, I'm really pissing off the producer of the show because I don't have a laptop. Ah, crap. Did I fuck anything up? My finger hit a button. Alright, so the problem is I dropped the keyboard on the floor and like 4 of the fucking keys just flew off of it, and now one of them doesn't stay on. Alright. What's the story on Meth Head Guy? Yeah, so the Colonel could have told that story. That would have been a great story. My best friend, who likes to do a lot of meth, I loaned him my computer. He didn't give it back when I asked for it, and then he got arrested. Going forward, that is something that I should. Now I have learned a lesson about that. If someone wants to do a show and they're just going to do it on their phone, no, it's a hard pass. You have to either have a laptop or some sort of webcam connected to a PC, iMac, whatever. It doesn't work with a phone. I actually needed the Colonel to do gaming. Gaming was going to be involved with it. He was going to play Battleship with JP8. That was going to be one of the major fucking things about the fucking show. And the Colonel landed on me the day before we go live. The day before we go live. That he does not have a laptop. He has to go from his phone. I don't know what world the Colonel's in where he thinks this type of, like, this is streaming. We're trying to be professional here. We're not half-assing anything. We don't half-ass it. We don't half-ass it. The retreat was a big, fat, fucking half-ass. No, I'm not bitter. Alright. Sirius XM, what's the story there? Did you use Grok to write the message to the Colonel about canning his show? Sounds like AI. No. That was from the heart. No, again, I take full ownership of the failure of the retreat. I don't blame the Colonel. I blame myself for not explaining to the Colonel that I will kill him if he doesn't do what I say. I guess I didn't do that hard enough, because like you saw it on the video on the thing I dropped yesterday, right? Like, hey, this is the meeting. This is the meeting for us to do all this stuff, and the Colonel wanted to talk about his day, or get into the weeds of one of the stories he wants. I don't give a fuck about the weeds. Just give me the subject, and then say it on the show when you're supposed to say it. He did not do that. He did not do that. So my commander, I don't really have one. I guess technically it's Steve, but Steve doesn't give me much shit. I have to. I'm putting this out there, and then the comments come in. The comments may be directed towards the talent. It may be directed towards the talent about something, but the producer is responsible for that, for the fact that you saw it in the first place. So the producer, I sit there and read the comments on shit and go, God, fuck. And I have to live with that. And then I'm supposed to go to sleep at night? Did I mention I've been up since 9 p.m.? I went for a nap in the afternoon. Been up ever since. Really wish the Colonel would call in, because I really would like to hear the Colonel's response to this. All right. It sounds like AI. Fuck you, Crawlface. Jay Morales thought it was hilarious that Crawlface said that. All right, Jay, you're fired. New host of the movement is pending. Yeah, Jay Morales. I'm kidding, Jay. Jay Morales. Yeah, he would. Wait. Yeah, he would have burned down the house and the drums by himself. Yeah, he would have burned down the house and drums by himself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If the Colonel did a show by himself. Yeah. The drum segment would have been 5 minutes. It would have been a literal drum solo from like a Dead show. And then he'd fix his phone again, right? Because that's what happened one time. He had his phone in one place, and then before we started the show, I'm like, because I was yelling. I was like, God damn it, I can't fucking hear him. And I'm like, fuck it. And then he completely moved his phone to another spot, completely changed the aspect of all the audio. Like, I took the blame for a lot of audio shit. And it happens once, I correct it, and then it never happens again. I am the unfortunate recipient of like 38,000 fucking audio issues. But I've never had the same audio issue twice. You know, that's the only thing that keeps me in this game, folks. Because if I kept getting the same audio issue over and over again, same thing every day, I'd quit. I'd quit. I don't have the mental capacity to fucking deal with that. Actor or a producer? Yeah, I know, right? Can I be both? Crawlface says, the Colonel doesn't need you to be... Doesn't need you to be ruined. He can do it himself. Hell, I ruined myself when I started boofing for everyone's entertainment. Dude, you only did it once. I would think that folks would think that, well, Crawlface learned his lesson because he only did it once. You had plenty of opportunity. You had plenty of opportunity to fucking boof like every show, and you chose not to. Let's do a show. I'll put it on Fridays, replace the retreat with it. Crawlface boofs. Boofing with Crawlface. Working title. Boofing with Crawlface. And you just boof. For some reason that passes the YouTube algorithm shit. Jay Morales says, show me the data, producer Mike. Yep, no brackets. I like the retreat concept. I love the retreat concept. You gotta understand, the retreat concept was the Colonel. All about the Colonel. Being the Colonel. He was like Josh the whole time. I don't want fucking Josh. I want Colonel Billowswell, fuck face fucker, motherfucker doesn't follow directions. God damn it, that's the fucking guy who should have showed up in the first place. Crawlface. That's improv right there. Calling while the show... Oh, this is when Crawlface called. Calling when the show is on, knowing it will rile you up is more effort than the Colonel put into the show. Yeah, that is true. Steve supports what we're doing. Jay, I'd like to think you're right, but I do talk to Steve once a week, and he gives me support for sure. But yeah, a lot of why isn't anybody doing what you tell them to do? I'm like, it's because I guess I'm a shitty fucking supervisor. I'm a shitty manager. Everyone thinks I'm kidding when I say shit. Jay Morales says we're messing you so whatever. Whiskey, weed, and women, says Jay. Jay says keep drinking, keep on forgetting. You know what? A great fucking idea. Gotta turn the heat down on this sake though. You know, maybe I'll just shut it off for now. I'll just shut it off for now. I'll probably drink it before it goes cold. Jay Morales says, you good. Yeah, hey, I'm retired, man. Jay Morales also says, I hope Colonel isn't a secret meth head. No, I think with the head injuries and stuff that he got, he's probably on some serious medication for the PTSD, and that would do the trick. I don't know if you've ever tried Klonopin, Xanax. Xanax is probably the popular one, but Klonopin was a one back in the early 2000s. My buddy Eric was prescribed Klonopin, and he was not hesitant to share it. So partying with him was fun. Don't condone it. I don't condone morning drinking. It's just a show, folks. It's just a show. Shout out Rusty Thumberlet. Whoa! God damn. All right. Hope the Colonel isn't a secret meth head. Jay Morales said he would fix his phone the whole time and have an audio issue. He would fix it. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for noticing. He during the like oh, this isn't working for me mid-show, and switch something. That affects, like, I could give a fuck about his fucking video background, right? All I wanted was him to be on a tripod and then just something remotely appealing, and what he had was great. But once he changes the direction of where his goddamn phone is going, you can't hear the motherfucker anymore. Oh. Oh my God. Sake. What's for dinner? Or breakfast? All right. Would be a phone. Jay Morales, 15 minutes. Boofing shit. Even a full 3-minute short. 15 minutes boofing shit. Even a full 3-minute short. I'm assuming you mean a 15-minute boofing thing. Opus Clips would be good enough to put that into a short. Yeah, Crawlface put on a pretty good performance when he shoved that tube up his ass and basically gave himself a vape enema. Yeah. Xanax once, never again. Dude, I've snorted Xanax before. Yeah. I used to hang with the best. Jay Morales, cheers, Mike. Keep room for one more tonight. One more time. Let me get Mysterious Vixen's usually pretty good at keeping me on track on vaping. She obviously isn't up yet. But yeah, let me do some vaping here. Waké and Baké. Real quick, Waké and Saké. Waké and Baké. Oh! No! Fuck! Fuck! Nah! Colonel calling? No. Last chance, Colonel. Call me, you fucker. All right. Jay Morales, we're rumming it down again. Dude! Jay! Oh, the short might not have been released yet, but maybe it has. Did the short Jay rum makes Jay strong like bull? Is that what you're talking about? Because rum make Jay strong like bull. I don't care what time of day it is. Wheelchair Rick! Wheelchair Rick, I am officially giving you fuck it. You want the retreat job? We'll give you the retreat job. Wheelchair Rick, ladies and gentlemen, new host of the retreat. Yeah, I know he's supposed to be in the military, but I mean, close, right? Wheelchair Rick, shout out to you, bro. Holy shit, it's too early. Yeah, but we're drinking sake. Yeah. Sake. Fortunately, I had it set too high, so I can't do shots of the hot sake because it'll burn my throat. Jay Morales, Rick is Vegas time is... Oh, it's Rick, it's Vegas time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, yeah. Well, it was 5 o'clock when we started. Now it's 7:03. Giving you... We're in bonus time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's after hours on Sunday morning. What's the name of the show? Sunday Morning Waké and Saké. And Baké. All right. Jay Morales, I haven't seen it, but Jay Morales also said, I will after. I don't know why he would do it after. He should have seen it before so he was prepared. You know what I mean, folks? So he's prepared. All right, looks like somebody's already pissed on the floor at the... that's the elbow room we're looking at. God, it's 10 o'clock already there on a Sunday. Mother's Day. You'd think they'd have the brunch buffets already set up there and stuff, but it appears that they don't. Well, anyway, like I said, folks, at some point, I've been up since 9 p.m. Pacific time. If you're watching on the East Coast, that means I've been up since midnight. And then I just didn't get back to sleep. It's because of a major nap that I took. So, I do appreciate you tuning in to the inaugural episode of Sunday Morning Waké and Saké. And Baké. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Tell your friends. We'll do this again next Sunday. And, yeah. All right, I tell you what. Because I was just, it's like, all right, well, I actually was just thinking in my head, like, all right, well, once you end this and then you hit stop, you have to shut all these lights off. You have to shut the computer down. I've got to shut the phones off. I've got to unhook the sake warmer, bring that back over there. I've got to take all this shit down and then make this a pathway. Make it a pathway so I can walk here. I just don't want to do it right now. I don't have any more content for you. I legit don't have anything else to say. I talked about the movie. I talked about. I think this is. No, Jay, no, Jay. I appreciate it, Jay. Crawlface pulled the same shit. No. I will take a call from the Colonel because I lit up the Colonel. I praised you because you rock. You're like you are like the Jason Giambi of the movement. That's you. That's what you are. The Colonel was the devil incarnate for the fucking retreat. That's who I want to talk to. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. For the, you know what? I apologize to everybody watching right now who expect like additional content from me for whatever. Like, I don't know. Have I even given you anything? I don't. I guess I could look at my list. What? Let's do a recap of what I fucking did today. Shit. I don't know. Did I close it? What is word? What is word? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Alright, I guess I closed it for some reason. Alright. Reopening it. Alright, so I talked about that. I did that. Lost in the Woods. No. Nothing. So, yeah, I got to everything. Got to everything I was going to get to, and I did it in the 2 hours. I was interrupted a couple of times from Crawlface trying to call in, and Jay. Fuck both you guys. But if the Colonel's watching, yes, I will take the Colonel's call. And the Colonel's got 7 minutes. I'm going to go to the quarter hour. But I don't have anything to talk about. So I'm just going to drink. I'm going to stay waké. I'm going to drink sake. And I'm going to get baked. Oh, and listen to the cool tunes I provided for you folks, right? Cool tunes. Shout out Better Off Dead. All right, Better Off Dead. They're a Dead cover band, and they rule. Go get tickets at ticketnow.jph. Oh, I'm sorry, JP8. Ticket now, JP8. All right, Baké.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm still alive. Sometimes I forget. All right.
Did
Did the
oh shit!
did the colonel? I don't think he did. I think I would have heard it. Okay, right. Oh, you guys can't read that shit. You guys can't read that shit. Clear all. All right, I don't think the colonel's gonna call. So, hey. Go buy a t-shirt at stevejessup.com. That would be massively appreciative. So, yeah, there was this one instance where I had chicken wings and I sauced them and tossed them. Look, I don't know. If you're somebody who likes to make chicken wings, maybe sauce them and toss them is something that you'd want to buy. I don't own that one particularly. I'm looking at it though, and it's fucking hot shirt. But if you're a cook or you like food or eat food, sauce them and toss them. Making dick moves, same excuses on that one. And then I'm already tired from drinking till tomorrow. www.stevejessup.com, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we do really appreciate you tuning into the show. Join us next Sunday. And, yeah. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's a little better. Anyway, good times, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jay Morales from Unbound. I want to thank Crawlfaced. I want to thank LB Sickening, Wheelchair Rick, the entirety of Steve Nation. I would also like to thank AM FM Cassette and Overhead Cams. Thanks for watching. Tune into the movement later tonight. I really should have a fucking graphic for that so I can bring that up. That would be good. So it's the morning, right? Sunday morning. It's weird being drunk at this fucking hour. It really is. I have actually no idea what the fuck gonna do for the rest of the. Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh Christ! I didn't get to any of the Perry Caravello shit. All right, next week, Perry Caravello shit. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, tunes.
Can't woke you up in the morning.